there. Welcome. Welcome back. Or welcome for the first time if you're new here. My name is Stephanie, and I am so glad that you're here. So for today's video, I'm doing something a little bit different. I've been doing a little bit of traveling this summer, and if you saw a couple of videos back, then you know that we started off the summer by going to Charleston, and I did a voiceover travel vlog for that, and then I actually had the opportunity to go to Asheville, North Carolina a couple of times. I went in June and then in the beginning of July, but I didn't take a lot of videos on those trips, so I thought we would just do a little bit of a little chit-chat ramble-y session, and I just tell you about them, just tell you about my trips, because I did some fun stuff that I would love to share with you. And I also have a few items from each trip that I picked up that we can look at while we talk. So for the first part of the video, I am going to take you on a little cabin tour that I recorded during my stay, and then we will meet right back here for a little chat about my travels. Okay, enjoy. Hi there. You want to go on a tour of my cabin? You see behind me? Welcome to my cabin. This is Tony's treasure. It is a cabin at the Asheville cabins of Willow Winds. I'm just taking a little solo trip to the Asheville area to kind of do some fun things on my own and explore a little bit. I love traveling with my family, but this has been really awesome to also have a chance to travel on my own. But this is the front here, and it's very beautiful. I'm up almost like at the top of a very steep hill, so I'm glad to have all-wheel drive. It's very nice back here. There's a lot of different cabins that you can rent. They have 1, 2, and 3 bedroom cabins. It is almost sunset, but we still have a good amount of light. I'm gonna walk up this gravel path. With the wood steps. And as you can see, this is called Tony's treasure. This is our view when we open the door. I got here yesterday, so I've unpacked and kind of been living in here a little bit. So I've been trying to keep it tidy, but it's still gonna have my stuff. I have this whole baker's rack here with lots of, oh, the refrigerator just came on. But all these dishes here for me to use. Of course, we have a dishwasher, which is nice. They left me like a little welcome packet with all my information. So this place is really cool. It has so much stuff. I did bring my own coffee maker. I just really love like my K-cups, and they do have a traditional coffee maker here, and these are fake. But I did bring my own little mini brewer and my coffee mug and everything, because I have my creature comforts. I have a first aid kit and a flashlight on top, and then I have my own some of my own groceries here. And here we have a little half bath. We have our dining area, and they even left me a little tin of shortbread cookies. And I know that Nikki did a wonderful job cleaning this cabin, so I will make sure to leave her a love offering on my way out tomorrow. I have a really nice deck back here in the back. So this is the back deck, and it looks out onto a flagpole. It's really beautiful. It's a wonderful natural area. This actually was a fountain, and I guess they got rid of it. I haven't talked to anybody in like the management office. This is a no contact check-in place, which I love. Actually, it works out so well. So I haven't actually talked to anybody who works here, but when I booked this cabin, there was supposed to be a fountain in the back, and it said there was a fountain. So when I came out, I was really surprised to see no fountain and just a flagpole. But it's okay, because that's not why I rented the cabin. There's actually a very nice natural area back here with all these rocks and things. And then down here, there's a hammock, the lightning bugs. It's beautiful. I don't think you can really see. If you can see kind of back there in the distance, there's like a little bluish stuff. That's actually the mountains. The mountains are just beyond the trees. Gorgeous, gorgeous Blue Ridge Mountains. So here is a view from the back corner. They have a very cute little decorated ledge in that area over there where the bathroom and little storage closet are over there. And beautiful skylights. The ceiling is wonderful. So beautiful. And we have the stone fireplace. This is the little living room area. We have a TV, and we have a little cabinet. And look, they put DVDs in here for you. I thought that was really nice. This is the couch. It's really nice leather couch with this little coffee table with a book about Asheville. These stairs go down to my bedroom. We have some nice decorative pieces right here. Okay, so I should have done this when I got here, so it would be pristine, but it's gonna have my stuff everywhere. So I have like a bunch of my stuff in this giant chair here, and then of course I slept in the bed, so it's not as perfect as it was when I got here. And then we have a door to the bottom deck, or the bottom patio. We have a nice TV as well. I haven't really spent any time watching it. I have mostly just been on the go, or listening to music when I'm getting ready. But they even put a nice bathrobe in here for me to use. I also have a little bathroom in here right off the bedroom. I've been living in it, so it's a little messy, but they provided a lot of stuff, like all the linens, and they even gave me a Febreze and Kleenex and soft soap. And in here, right down across from the bathroom, I have a washer and dryer, as well as an iron and ironing board that I could use. And they provided some detergent and dryer sheets as well. Okay, we're gonna go out to the back. Oh, look, you can see the sun setting over the mountains back there. It's so beautiful. Hey there. I'm just chilling in the hammock. You want to see the view? The sun's about to go down. Isn't that gorgeous? The last little bit of sunlight is going behind the mountains. Hello again. I hope you enjoyed the cabin tour. It was a really fun place to stay. That was the first time that I've actually stayed in a cabin or anything other than really like a hotel when I've stayed in the Asheville area, or really anywhere, I guess. Usually we just end up with a hotel. But the cabins were really cool. I liked them a lot. And it was nice surroundings, and also just have my own little place. I think that's why Airbnbs and Verbos, all that kind of stuff are so popular. Just because, hotels are just crammed in with people, and it's just a different vibe. It's just a different vibe. It's nice to have your own little space. So, let me tell you about my trips. The first trip I made was actually in June, and I went by myself. I've never actually gone on a trip by myself before. This was my first time. Usually, when you're growing up, you go with your family, and then I've been with like a friend before on a trip, and then of course, my husband and I, and then us as a family unit with our son. But like, I've never just taken a trip for myself by myself, and I thought this could be a fun excursion to Asheville. It's not too far. It's about like 2.5, 3 hours from where I live. So I really appreciate my husband encouraging me and supporting me, just taking a little bit of time out for myself to do some things that I wanted to do. So that was really awesome to be able to do it. So what I did was I went up to Asheville on a Wednesday, and I came back on a Friday. And the first thing I did when I got there was check in at my cabin, and then I had time just to get like a really light snack before I headed up to a sunset yoga hike. So, full disclosure, I don't normally do a lot of hiking, particularly not up mountains, nor do I really do yoga. I've done yoga, yeah, a little bit, but not a lot. My main form of exercise is walking. I like to go on walks, or like around my neighborhood or at the park or whatever, but I don't go up mountains. I do not live in a mountainous region, and I'm very glad, honestly. I am glad. So I've just been trying to push myself out of my comfort zone a bit. I've made a lot of changes, positive changes. I've lost about 100 pounds over the past couple of years, and I'm just trying to branch out and do some different stuff. I'm feeling really good, and I just want to try new things. So I signed up for a sunset yoga hike in the mountains, and it was really good. I definitely felt like I was going to die on the way up the mountain. I really did. It was labeled as a moderate hike. It was not easy. It wasn't labeled easy. It was just moderate. We went to Craggy Gardens. So it was about a 35 to 40-minute drive from where my cabin was in Asheville. So I drove up there and met the yoga hike leader and the other people that had signed up. There were 4 of us besides the guide, and so I would say I was probably the least physically prepared for this, but they were all awesome, and I was determined. I was not holding anyone back. I was like, no, we're going. I'm fine. I'm breathing. I am huffing and puffing, but I'm doing this. I'm not stopping. Although, the name of the company that I did this with is Namaste in nature, which is really cute. And 5 minutes in, I was kind of in my brain like, Namaste in the parking lot, because this is a lot. And the guide was just the sweetest. She was the sweetest lady. She kind of came back to the back where I was, and she was talking to me and just, I think, trying to just make sure I was okay, maybe, but I was okay. And she's like, oh, if you're not used to this elevation, it's really, it can be a lot. And I'm like, well, that may be true, but also I'm not used to this. But I did it, and it was nice because we had a little break about halfway there, maybe, I don't know. They have this beautiful like gazebo and a beautiful view, and we just all sat in this gazebo and we did like a meditation. It was really nice. And she talked to us about Asheville having, a lot of energy vortexes, which you can look up. This was actually an energy vortex tour because Craggy Gardens is thought to be like an energy vortex, like a lot of healing energies and things like that. So you can look it up you can, to your heart's content, Google away. But Asheville is an area where ley lines intersect, so that's where we have all the energy vortexes. So I was really interested in that, so she talked to us a little bit about it, and then we put our packs back on and went back up, and we made it up to the bald area. It was gorgeous. It was so worth it. The sun was, about to set. It was a very nice day, clear, but with some clouds, but nothing overpowering. No rain. It was about maybe 68 degrees or so. It was in the 60s. So comfortable. And then when we got up to the top, it was, well, the bald, I don't want to say the top because it makes it sound like I climbed Mount Everest or something. It all this high grass, just beautiful high grass. There were a few trees, and I can't describe how gorgeous it was with the sun. I mean, it was just beautiful. It was like golden. It was lit up in like a golden light. There were people there just spending some time hanging out. There were a couple of people having their maternity photos taken in the grass, which was beautiful for them. So we all set up our yoga mats and picked a spot, and then our guide had us all select an oracle card, and we each shared our oracle card, and she read the description for each, which was amazing. It was so cool. So after we did the oracle cards, we started our yoga session, and I guess it was maybe about, I don't know, 20-30 minutes of yoga, and I'm super inexperienced, but it didn't matter. It was just go with the flow, yoga is whatever you want to make it. You can always modify the poses and things, so I was pretty proud of myself for being able to do some of the things that I had never tried. So after that, the sun was like really setting, so we had to head down the mountain again and head back to the parking lot. But it was so beautiful. It was a really wonderful experience, and I was super sore after that. A couple days after that, it really kicked in. Not due to the hiking, I think it was the yoga. I was like, wow, this is really a great way to strengthen your muscles. But it showed me how much I do not use those parts of my body. So anyway, we had a great hike. The lady was so sweet. Her name was Kelly. It was like very, very nice to try. So after the hike, I drove back down to my cabin and just kind of relaxed there. And the next day, I just spent some time in the cabin, and then I went to a little shop called Instant Karma. It's just like a little new age metaphysical store, and they have a bunch of things like crystals, a bunch of stuff, and they had a bunch of they had a lot of clothing, they had crystals, they had incense, they had just all the stuff, new age in a metaphysical spiritual store. But I got this heart shaped selenite bowl while I was there. I kind of had been wanting to get a selenite bowl for a while, and I have not. They happened to have them. They were decently priced, so I just got it while I was there. So pretty. It's very smooth. Very smooth. I can just put crystals in here. I could put my bracelets in here. Honestly, I was thinking I'd put my bracelets, my crystal bracelets in here, like on my nightstand, just to cleanse them at night or when I'm not wearing them. So I also got my son a little hippo, little carved crystal hippo. I don't actually know what it's made out of, but we have been talking a lot about hippos, and he really likes orange and blue, and this one kind of has a little bit of orange and a little bit of like a bluish gray, so I thought of him and got him this little hippo at the Instant Karma store. So after that, I headed over to the Asheville Salt Cave, which is amazing. I had always wanted to go there since I heard about it. They offer salt cave sessions where you go in to this literally like a Himalayan salt cave. It's just, I can't remember if they said it was like 3 or 4 tons of Himalayan salt, and you go in and you just relax in the salt cave. And I signed up for the salt cave session, of course, and then I also signed up for an energy healing, like a Reiki session there. So I did the Reiki session first. It was really relaxing. I love getting Reiki. So shout out to Vetiver. Vetiver was my energy healer that day. So I had about a 45 or 50 minute session, I think 45 minute session of Reiki with her, and super relaxing. So after that I just kind of floated on a cloud down to the salt cave. And I wasn't really sure what to expect, but it was great. They had a person that works there come in with you, and they only have about 10 seats. I think you can only have about 10 people in there at a time. So you go into the cave with the guide. I'll call him a guide, I guess. And he leads you in a meditation. You can sit on the floor, or you can sit in this anti-gravity chair. So I sat on an anti-gravity chair, and he just kind of explained a little bit about the salt cave and some of the benefits of salt, the Himalayan salt, healing properties, and just all the health benefits of it. And then he led us in a meditation. It wasn't too long, just a few minutes. And then you just had the rest of the time, you just sit quietly, you could take a nap. You can't bring your phones, they lock your phones up for you, which I'm actually cool with, because you know there's always like that one phone that goes off. Even if the person didn't mean for that to happen, obviously, you know, you just never know with technology. So yeah, it was so relaxing. I almost fell asleep. I really enjoyed it. It was good. I would go back. And then, of course, I went and shopped around the little gift shop, and I got this tote bag. This was a free tote bag that they gave me with my purchase. But I bought this really cute candle holder. It is a yin yang tea light holder. They just are 2 separate pieces, and you can see they just fit together like that. I thought it was super cute, really cool. They had tons of different things, like obviously they sell Himalayan salt things there, like scrubs, bath salts. There were like decorative items like this. They had a lot of crystals too. I'm trying to think, they had a lot of cool stuff. They really did. But I really like this candle holder. You can just put your little tea light right in there. they also had a lot of palm stones, so I picked up some palm stone crystals that I didn't have that looked really cool. This one is Apatite, and they have their own little like information cards. So the Apatite crystal is an air element stone which awakens and strengthens the third eye. It has a cleansing effect on the mental body and auric field, often used for dream work and past life recall. It stimulates psychic awareness, allowing one to access hidden knowledge. Look at that. It's just so like pretty the way it is marbled. So pretty. And then I also got this lovely golden healer quartz. That's what it looks like. And the golden healer quartz is a master healing crystal which infuses the aura with golden light, unifying discordant frequencies within the energy field, activating latent potential stored in your DNA, clears any obstacles to optimal health, healing soul wounds from the past and even previous lifetimes, helps to recover from failures and move forward with purpose and self-assurance. So pretty. So this is the next one that I got. You can see it's gorgeous. It's called Moon Quartz, also known as Girasol Quartz. This stone can be used for spiritual development, meditation, and manifestation. An excellent tool for energy workers, gently opening the channels through which universal healing energies can flow. It helps its holder connect to the cyclical energies of the moon, as well as spiritual beings such as angels, ascended masters, and guides. And the next stone I got was this beautiful labradorite. I'm trying to see if I can get it. There you go. It has just such gorgeous colors when you angle it in the light. And the labradorite is a supreme stone for magical work which enhances insight and intuition. It aids the seeker in piercing the veil into realms of spirit and imparts inner strength and perseverance in times of transformation and growth. It resonates with all elements and is one of the most powerful stones for spiritual protection. An electrifying stone with brilliant flashes of color that empowers you to manifest your dreams and create the life you desire. So pretty. This is the last one that I got. This one is Flower Agate. Flower Agate. So pretty. The flower agate works as an aid in overcoming fears and self-doubt. The small blossoms seen in the stone are a reminder that we start out as seeds that blossom and grow. Flower agate helps you surrender to the cycles of life, flowing through the ups and downs without resistance. It bestows a sense of reverence for all the seasons of life, from birth to death, and is comforting for anyone experiencing grief. Deeply healing for the sacred feminine, and especially supportive for women in times of crisis or trauma, flower agate restores trust and helps us find the joy in being alive. Beautiful. So those were my gift shop finds. After that, I headed back to the cabin and I got a little something to eat, and then headed back out to go on a ghost tour. And it's was really good that this ghost tour was a riding on a trolley ghost tour, because I was really feeling the yoga hike from the day before. So I went on this cool trolley ghost tour through Asheville. It was a little over an hour. It's an hour, 10 minutes maybe, I think. It was so fun. I really liked it. Usually when I go on a ghost tour, they're just walking tours. But this one, you got on this old trolley and just went through downtown, and we went up to the Grove Park Inn, which was cool, and she had some crazy stories about the Grove Park Inn. We also went to the Montford Historic District, and I don't know, just a bunch of around the town places, but it was really good. I would recommend it. I'll try to link everything that I did below in case you're interested in trying it out if you're ever in the area. So that was fun, and then after that I was properly worn out. So I went back to the cabin and chilled. They actually have hot tubs at all the cabins, so I thought maybe I could get some hot tub time at the cabin. Y'all, it was so hot. It was too hot. The hot tub was like burning up. It was 109 degrees in the hot tub, and I'm not a hot tub expert, but I read signs and I'm like, okay, sign, you got it. And it said, don't use the hot tub unless it's 104 or less. So I'm gonna listen to that. And I tried to cool it off. I took the cover off, and it was just so hot, like outside. It just, and all that heat trapped in there. So long story short, I did not use the hot tub. But it was a cool hot tub, and if you go when it's cooler, like in the fall or the winter, that'd be great. So who knows, I may go back, but it was a really cool looking hot tub. And then let's see, so I just chilled in the cabin and went to sleep, got up, packed all my stuff, packed the car, and my sister actually lives in the Asheville area, so I had arranged to meet up with her for lunch before I headed back home. But I had a little bit of time to kill. I found a thrift store down the road between the cabin and where I was meeting her, so I went to the thrift store, but I didn't buy anything. It wasn't really that great actually, but you know, I love a thrift store. So after that, met my sister and had a nice lunch with her, which was good because honestly, we don't usually get a lot of time, just the two of us. We're usually together with our families. So this was nice, just to have one-on-one time with her. And then I headed back down the mountain to home, and it was a really good trip. So shortly after I got back from my little solo trip, we decided to all three of us as a family, back up to Asheville. And we ended up getting the same cabin, which was great. We got the same cabin that I stayed in before. And we got there, and we thought we would go to the Asheville Pinball Museum and let, well, not just my son, all of us, but all of us would just hang out, play some of the games and stuff, and see what that was all about. The Asheville Pinball Museum has tons of old pinball games and some, I think, old like arcade games and stuff, and you just pay a flat entry fee, and then you can play all you want. But it's not like a place where you get tickets and win prizes. It's not like that. It's just you go enjoy the nostalgia of it all. But by the time we got up there and everything transpired, when we got to the pinball museum, they were so crowded, and we weren't really going to be able to spend a lot of time by the time we would be able to get in, and then it wasn't going to be worth it. But my son was, you know, he had on his mind we were going to play some games, and it's like, you know what, let's just go to Chuck E. Cheese. So funny. We went to Asheville and we went to Chuck E. Cheese, even though we have several Chuck E. Cheeses around our house. But that's how we spent our first evening there, because we got there later in the day. So we went to Chuck E. Cheese, and it ended up being really cool because there were hardly any people there. Like, there were maybe 2 other families when we got there, and then we closed the place. It was so cool, and we got a couple game cards and played games at Chuck E. Cheese. And we ended up getting so many tickets. My son could actually get like a big plush Chuck E. Cheese off the wall, so he was delighted with that, which was awesome. So, I mean, it was fun. It was fun. And we went to the cabin, and went to bed. Well, we hung out for a little bit, and then we went to bed. So the next day, I got up kind of early, and I had planned to do just a little solo hike that morning while my husband and son kind of just hung out in the cabin, which is fun for my son because anytime we stay anywhere, he always wants to stay at the hotel or whatever. So he had cabin time. They had little trails around the cabins, and then like 2 playgrounds and stuff, so they kind of explored that. While I went on the hike that I went on, I met a lady who specializes in doing energy vortex tours in the Asheville area. So it was really good. We ended up hiking around, I think, the Pisgah National Forest for about 3.5 hours. It was really good, very insightful. I enjoyed it a lot. Very, very cool experience. And then I came back after that around lunchtime and gathered up the family, and we all headed over to the Biltmore House. If you don't know about the Biltmore House, it is America's largest house. I think it's over 178,000 square feet, tons and tons of land in the mountains. It's gorgeous. If you've never gone, I highly recommend it. I've been a few times in my life because I'm born and raised in North Carolina. So I've been as a kid, I've been on school field trips. My husband and I have been together before our son was born. It's a nice trip, and there are a lot of different things to do there. Of course, you have the house tour. It's huge, but they have gardens there. There are also a lot of outdoor activities to do. And then they have Antler Hill Village, and there are different restaurants and shops. There's always some kind of experience. When we were there, it was the Monet exhibit was going on at Antler Hill. And then I think they're doing the Da Vinci exhibit coming up. So, or maybe it started already. But yeah, there's so much to do there. My son said he really wanted to see this giant house. And so that was our main focus. It was really good. It was so good. He did great. He thought it was amazing, of course. You had your audio guide. It's like this little phone thing. You hold it to your ear, and when you go in each section, there's a sign with a number, and you just press the number into your audio guide and hold it up to your ear, and you can hear all the information. It's so cool. The last time I went was 2011, 2012, maybe 2012. And I felt like you had to buy an audio guide, and I feel like they were big headphones, but I could be wrong. We never did that. But it was part of our admission ticket. And then we purchased a kids version audio guide, because they have special audio tours just for kids, which is amazing too. And it's told from the standpoint of the dog. Cedric, the dog, was the Vanderbilt's dog, and he talks to the kids, and then some of the kids come in, and it's very cool. My son really loved it. So I was really pleased with that. I thought it was awesome, and I learned a lot more than I think I have before in the past when you just do the self-guided tours without any audio. The house is really cool. Highly recommend it. Of course, it was blazing hot. up there, so we didn't have a ton of energy to do a lot else. And after we finished our house tour, we got some waters at the little bistro, and my son, of course, wanted to go in that little toy shop. They have some really cool retail shops like right there next to the house in the like stable area. And so he went in the toy shop and he got several little toys, and then they have like the big main gift shop, and they also have a Christmas shop, book shop. It's so cute. But my son found his name on this Christmas ornament. You can see the Biltmore houses right here. It says Merry Christmas Levi on it. You have Santa Claus and a little tassel right here. Tassel. So that's his Christmas keepsake from the Biltmore house. So after we finished at the Biltmore, everybody was pretty tired. So we really didn't do much else the rest of the day. It was pretty close to evening time anyway. So we ended up getting some takeout from the Mellow Mushroom. I like Mellow Mushroom because they have a very clear allergen menu, and I have a lot of food allergies. So we got salads from them. It's really good. And we just kind of hung out as a family at the cabin. We went outside a little bit. There's a, as you could see in the cabin tour, there's a little hammock back there. So my son tried out the hammock and relaxed a little bit back there. And then we just kind of chilled the rest of the night, and got up on the next morning, packed everything up again, packed the car, and headed out to Elijah Mountain Gem Mine. Elijah Mountain. Lots of gem mines in the area, and I've never been to a gem mine, and I thought it would be fun for our whole family to do. And luckily, my sister was available and my nephew, and they met us at Elijah Mountain. It's about, I guess, 30 or 40 minutes from her house. So they were able to meet us to go gem mining, and it was really fun. We got a lot of gems, man. They have different levels of buckets or what have you that you can buy, and so we just decided to get the biggest one and all kind of share and sift through it. And we got a ton of stuff. My nephew found a really big amethyst, and I think he got another. Did he get a piece of quartz? I think. Yeah, he did. It was beautiful. And then we got actually a geode. We got a geode. Let's see if it'll sparkle for you. But it is so cool. This is half of the geode, because it was like about like that, and I didn't know what it was at first. I was like, what is this? And then I realized it's a geode. And they have a really cool machine thing in there that a person that works there can use to crack your geode open. So we have all this sparkling quartz inside. The other half is in my son's room. So I thought that was awesome because I don't have any geodes. Really cool. We all got a lot of cool stuff, and I will show you my son's favorite that he found. It's this little but beautiful piece of Peacock Ore. It's like purple and gold, iridescent kind of colors. I just realized that I have done like this video in autofocus. So anything I've held up to the camera for you has probably been blurry, and I apologize for that. I got a lot of stuff I like, but this one is so fun. I love it. It's this piece, I guess, of quartz, but it's different than any other piece of quartz that I have. It's so, like, crystal-y is not a good word for it. It almost reminds me of ice. And it has, in the light, it's like a little bit of a, almost like a rainbow iridescent, like, flash of color. But I love this. It's so pretty. It's just crystally clear. Gorgeous piece of quartz. So the gem mine was super fun. I highly recommend it. It's the only gem mine I've been to, so I don't really have anything to compare it to, but it was very fun for our family. They have a really nice sized gift shop, and you can buy all kinds of crystals and jewelry and different things. I actually got this giant, well, it's giant to me, I think it's big, amethyst tea light holder. So pretty. And it was a really good price, I thought, for this size and quality. It was $25. But so pretty. And I've been wanting to get one of these for a little while. So I got one. And I also got this little agate slice coaster. It's so pretty. It's like a hot pink. And then in the middle here, it has just little sparkles. My son also got some little stone, little crystal mushrooms, and he got a little wooden croaking frog as well. And then my sister got him a plush black bear. He loves plushies. So all in all, we had a really fun time at the gem mine. In the back, they also have a little goat farm and a bird sanctuary. They have different exotic birds, like they had a peacock and some pheasants. I think there were some other things. There's a family obstacle course and some dinosaur statues. So it's worth a trip, I think. It was a lot of fun. So after that, we got in the car and headed back home. I will try to link everything down below that I did and that we did on our Asheville excursions. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day or your night and a very good sleep. And until